News 3 is your local election headquarters. Tonight, all eyes are on Georgia as voters decide the balance of power in the U.S. Senate. They have less than an hour left to get out to the polls and cast their ballots. Statewide, more than 3 million votes have already come in. The Board of Registrars and the Board of Elections say they've done everything they can to lessen tonight's workload. More than 70,000 people voted early or returned an absentee ballot. That means staff got a big head start on processing. And staff are processing them here at the Chatham County Board of Elections Annex. Tabulation, the actual counting, cannot start until polls close at 7. It will also be some time before precinct managers drop off in-person votes from the polls today.
I think that we have to be very careful about making sure that people have confidence in the elections process. I think citizens have to stay aware and be engaged and understand that voting has never ended on the day of the election, or rather counting the ballots have never ended on the day of the election. We have always counted ballots after the election.
Now, the big question still is, will we see results tonight? That all depends on how many absentee ballots have been returned in the past few hours, because part of the processing requires the signature matching. The chairman of the Board of Elections says if there is a rush of 3,000 or more, it could take until tomorrow. WSAV News 3's Joanne Merrigan continuing our live coverage now at a polling location in Savannah.
Yeah, hello, Ben. I am at a precinct here on B Road where a lot of voters here and voters in other precincts told us today that they had a pretty quick and easy experience. Not a lot of long lines, mostly because we had so much early voting going on in the past prior weeks before this runoff. But people I did talk to today said it was important for them to come back here today because they felt like they had not finished the job.
Every vote counts.
From Heather Chase to Devin Allnut.
I'm glad it's over with. It finally, it's, what happens, happens.
Voters did their duty, even if there is some election fatigue, but the quick process helped.
And it took minutes. It was so fast.
Still, some said it wouldn't have mattered how long it might have taken to vote.
Oh, this is a very important election. And God bless America, because it has always been a blessed place. And we just want the right people to get in there.
Gwen Carbaugh saying the Senate race now watched by the nation is important to her, and Allnut making it clear why he voted.
Just to keep America from going socialist.
It's now down to the voters to really decide what they believe about the candidates. And for 18-year-old Christian Hawkins, who voted for the first time in November, it was a big deal to vote for a second time.
I don't know, it just kind of feels like it was my duty. So many of my ancestors before me lost their lives for that simple right.
At an Islands precinct, the Board of Elections accommodated 2 voters with COVID.
And once they were allowed to exercise their right to vote, then we had to scrub and make sure everything was done. At that time, then we allowed the rest of the citizens to come in.
The board saying it was important to accommodate any voter who wanted to cast a ballot. Now it's down to the wire, and the next is waiting for the outcome.
Well, I'm hoping for a very limited ticket. There's only a few people to vote on, that it should go faster than it did back in November. We should get a result soon.
Well, a lot of us may want results tonight, but we do know that it may not be official for at least a few days because of all the absentee votes that they do have to count. For those who still want to vote, however, the polls are open until 7 p.m. Reporting live now, I'm Joanne Merrigan, WSAV News 3 on your side.
Joanne, thank you. We are taking a closer look now at what's at stake for Democratic and Republican Party leaders in Congress with this runoff election. WSAV News 3's John Dowding joining us live in our newsroom with a breakdown. And John, why don't we start by talking about how the winner will impact President-elect Joe Biden's future?
Hey, good evening to you, Ben. Whoever wins these races will make President-elect Joe Biden's job easier or harder. Now, if both Democrats win, the party will control all of Congress. And if either incumbent wins, Republicans will remain in control of the Senate. Democrats control the House of Representatives by a very slim margin. So after the general elections, Republicans currently hold 50 seats in the Senate to Democrats' 48 seats. Continued Republican control of the chamber could present some issues in order to confirm Biden's cabinet picks. Now, if both Democrats win, they'll have control of the chamber, with Vice President-elect Kamala Harris serving as a tiebreaker vote.
We need to pass COVID relief that centers small businesses and workers. And that will be my focus. And I think this is a key difference between me and Senator Loeffler.
David and I backed the most recent piece of legislation, and we continue to fight for small businesses because they provide half of the jobs in America, and that's what we're going to keep fighting for every single day.
President-elect Biden, I should say, has also signaled he'd like to work on another round of stimulus relief in his first 100 days, making these races even more important for the incoming administration. Live in the newsroom, John Dowding, WSAV News 3 on your side.
John, thank you.